Hello friends, how are you all? Today I am going to start with the topic of periodicity. Before starting with the topic, please subscribe, like and share. Share as much as you can so that it may reach out to the needy ones. Without wasting any more time, let's start with the topic. Periodicity. What is periodicity? Okay, before going into periodicity, let me explain what are quadrants. In my last lecture, I have explained you about the different trigonometric ratios. But I explained till 90 degrees. I hope you all remember that I made that table which contained all the values of all the trigonometric ratios from angle 0 degrees to 90 degrees or 0 to pi by 2. But angle can be more than pi by 2 as well. Let's start. First, second, third, fourth. So these are four quadrants. First quadrant is from 0 to 90 degree. Then 90 to 180 degrees. Then till 270 degrees. Finally 360 degrees. Now in first quadrant, all the ratios are positive. All ratios are positive. I have already explained you this. When I created that table which contained the trigonometric ratios from 0 degree to 90 degrees, each of the value was positive. Now come in the second quadrant, that is angle from 90 degree to 180 degree. In this quadrant, we have only sine and cosecant are positive. Rest are negative. How are rest are negative? Cos theta is negative. So if cos theta is negative, then secant theta is negative. And if cos theta is negative, tan theta is sin theta by cos theta. So tan theta is also negative. If tan theta is negative, automatically cot theta also becomes negative. In this quadrant, tan theta and cot theta are positive. Why? Because sin and cos are negative into the third quadrant from 180 degrees to 270 degrees. Or you can say from pi to 3 pi by 2. And in fourth quadrant, we have cos and secant are positive. Rest four ratios are negative in fourth quadrant. Now let's have a look at some angles. For example, now let me explain. Now see, sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta. cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta. And by using these results, you can find for other 4 as well. How? Now see, if sine of minus theta is equal to minus sine theta, then we know that cosecant of minus theta is also minus cosecant theta. Similarly, if cos of minus theta is equal to cos theta, then secant of minus theta becomes secant theta. And the same goes for tan and cot. Tan of minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. Let me write it there. Tan of minus theta is equal to minus tan theta. A few more identities. Sine of pi by 2 plus theta equal to cos theta. Cos of pi by plus 2 theta equal to minus sin theta. As I have already shown you that cos theta is negative in the second quadrant. So cos of pi by 2 plus theta equal to minus sin theta. Now comes sine of pi by 2 minus theta equal to cos theta. Cos of pi by 2 minus theta equal to sin theta. And sine of pi minus theta equal to sin theta. Now question. What is sine of 2 pi minus theta? It would be minus sin theta. Why? Because sin theta is negative in the fourth quadrant and 2 pi minus theta would be in the fourth quadrant. Okay. Let's move to our main topic of today, that is periodicity. What is periodicity? So period of the function is the value after which the function would start repeating itself. In this equation, that is f of x equal to f of x plus t. T is the period of this function fx. What do I mean by this is that f of x would repeat itself after the period t. Now how does it relate to the trigonometry? These are trigonometric functions. These functions are periodic in nature. So sin x, cos x, secant x and cosecant x have a period of 2 pi, whereas tan x and cot x have a period of pi. What do I mean by this? All these 4 functions repeat itself after a gap of 2 pi. For example, sine of pi by 4 equal to 1 by root 2. I have just explained you that sin x has a period of 2 pi. So the value of sin 9 pi by 4, that is sine of 2 pi plus pi by 4 equal to again 1 by root 2 equal to sin pi by 4. Sin x has just repeated itself after the value of 2 pi or after a gap of 2 pi. Similarly, cos x, cos 9 pi by 4 would be cos of 2 pi plus pi by 4, that is again 1 by root 2. Secant of 9 pi by 4 would be again, which is secant pi by 4, again that is root 2, and same for the cos x or cosecant x. Now tan x and cot x have a period of pi, they repeat themselves at a period of pi. I hope I have made myself very clear on this. After periodicity, let's move on to the graphs. Graph of all the trigonometric functions. First, let's see how sin x is plotted. Sin x. So this is how the curve of sin x looks like. This is 1, this is minus 1. So if you can see that after a period of 2 pi, after a gap of 2 pi from 0 to 2 pi, it has started repeating itself. Sin x 0 is 0, pi by 2 is 1, then pi is 0 again, then comes 3 pi by 2, it's minus 1, and 2 pi again 0. And it has started repeating itself after a period of 2 pi. Now cos x. Cos x looks the same. See, from 0 to 2 pi. At 0 it is 1, pi by 2 it is 0, at pi it is minus 1, 3 pi by 2 it is again 0, then comes 2 pi it is 1. And then it has started to repeat itself at from 2 pi and so on. Then comes tan x, cot x. So you can see that at minus pi by 2 it is approaching minus infinity, and at plus pi by 2 it is approaching plus infinity, and it is repeating itself at the gap of pi, after a gap of pi. So its period is pi. This is cot x, again its period is pi, and you can see that it is approaching plus infinity at minus pi, and similarly it is approaching plus infinity at 0. Hence you can see that it is periodic in nature. Again sin x, cos x. So this is how it looks like on the negative axis. This is again minus 1, this is minus pi by 2, 0 minus pi by 2, minus pi, minus 3 pi by 2, and this is minus 2 pi. Same, this is for cos. Now from these graph, one more interesting concept comes out, that is domain and range. What is domain and what is range? So domain of a function is all the values of x at which the function is defined. Let me explain. If you see that this is the x-axis, this graph can go so on and on and on, right? Hence, the domain of this sin x is all the real numbers. It can take any number from minus infinity to plus infinity. That is, we can see that domain is equal to all real numbers. And now what is range? Range is, you can say the range are all the values of y that a function can attain. Now in this curve of sin x, the maximum value is 1 and the minimum value is minus 1. This sin x curve is oscillating between the values 1 and minus 1. Hence, we can see that range of sin x is minus 1 to 1, both included. Similarly, the domain of cos x is all real numbers and ranges from minus 1 to 1. Now, what about tan x? Tan x is not defined at the odd integrals of pi by 2. Hence, we can say that domain is equal to all real numbers minus set of all the odd integrals of pi by 2, and domain is all real numbers, or sorry, range is all real numbers. And the same goes for cot x. Cot x is not defined at pi, 0, or we can say that all the integrals of pi. Hence, the range is all real numbers and domain is all real numbers minus n pi. So I think, friends, this is all for today's lecture. If you have any questions, any doubts, I have included my email at the below of this video, that is themathschannelx@gmail.com. You can write an email to me. Please like, share and subscribe this channel. I'll be coming again and I'll be sharing more interesting maths content with you. Thank you all of you.